Hello everyone, today we will be learning the working of EFS, Elastic File System. So if you see this figure, you can see here, there is one file system that we need to share among various EC2 instances. Those are available in various availability zones. So if you see here, this one is 2A availability zone, and I want to share this file system, and inside the availability zone multiple EC2 instances are present. So these instances will be mounted with this file system, so that whatever data is kept here, that will be shared by these two EC2 instances. Similarly, in this availability zone also we need to create a mount target, and that must be associated with each of the EC2 instances. Similarly, in this availability zone, you need to create mount target, and you will connect this target with all the EC2 instances present inside this availability zone if you want to share the data with those EC2 instances. So like this, you can see the working of the EFS file system. Now we are moving to the lab part. So today's lab I am doing on AWS Academy Learner Lab. So first we want to mount two EC2 instances. So for that purpose, we want to mount multiple EC2 instances with EFS. So to mount multiple EC2 instances, at least we should have two EC2 instances in different availability zone to show the working of the EFS. So for that purpose, we will create two EC2 instances in different availability zone, and we will create one elastic file system, and that system will be shared with these two EC2 instances. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to create two EC2 instances. EFS is working with Linux machine, so the instance that you want to connect with EFS should be Linux system. So we need to create two EC2 instance, Linux EC2 instance, right? So I'm just writing here Linux 1, and here I'm selecting Amazon Linux operating system, and key pair I need to create one key pair. So I'm creating Linux KP. So I'm creating this key pair. After this one, what I need to do, I need to go and in the network setting, because I want to create two EC2 instance in different availability zone. So I need to select availability zone here. So I'm just going, VPC is the default VPC, and I'm just selecting one availability zone as 1B, and the other availability zone I will select as 1C for the other instance. In the security group, I need to attach two kind of security. I'm just writing Linux SG. So in the security group, I need to attach two kind of security. One is SSH connection from anywhere, and the second security group I'm attaching is NFS connection. So I'm just network file system connection. So because I want to connect multiple EC2 instances in network panel, so NFS is attached here, and sources will be from anywhere. And apart from that, I need to do one more changes here. There is no file system is available here, so I need to go and edit option here, and I need to add here EFS. So nothing else, go and launch this EC2 instance. I need to create one more EC2 instance in some other availability zone. So I'm just going to launch instances. So I'm just writing here Linux 2, and operating system will be again Linux, and the instance type should be t2.micro, and the key pair I'm just selecting the same that I created earlier, Linux KP. And here in the network setting, I need to edit. And in the preferences, I am just using 1C here. And in the security group, I am using the same security group that I used for Linux 1 machine. So I am just writing here Linux SG, Linux SG that I created earlier. Now I am moving to the file system setting. So you can see here no file system is selected. I'll go and add it, and I'll add EFS. So nothing else. After this one, what I'll do, I will launch EC2 instance. I'm going to instances now. So I just want to show only running instances. So one instance is in running condition already, but its status check is not passed. The other instance should also be in the running condition after some time. So till the time it is coming in the running condition, I'm just going to create one elastic file system. I'm just creating one file system here. I'm just going to customize this one. I'm just writing here EFS 1, something like that. And the storage class can be either standard or OneZone. I'm just selecting standard, where you can create multiple copy of this file system. And apart from that, I just do not want to do anything. If you go to additional setting, you can select general purpose or IOPS based. So I'm not selecting that one. I'm going to the next part. In the next part, you can see here it is showing network access, right? So I'm just going to select here network access part. Here you can see by default security group is attached with the mount target, but I want to select the security group that we have created right now. The name of that security group is Linux SG. So I'm just selecting that security group with each of the availability zone. So for the third one also, I'm just writing here Linux SG. The fourth one, Linux SG. And for this one also, Linux SG. And for the last one, Linux SG again. So by doing that, I have done the network setting. Now this step is the optional step, so I'm not doing anything there. Go next and create your file system. So my file system is creating right now. So it is available now, right? I need to check the instances where those instances are in running condition and 2x2 check is passed or not. So for one instance, you can see 2x2 check is passed. So I'm just going to connect with this instance, and I need to install some softwares there. I'm going to the instance connect method. Here I will take root permission and I'll create one directory, and that directory will be shared among the EC2 instances. So I'm just taking root permission by typing this command. Then I will create one directory. Name of the directory is EFS. Now I will install some packages related to the EFS. Yum install -y Amazon EFS utils. Okay, similarly I will connect to the other instance and I'll do the same. So I need to check whether 2x2 check is passed for this instance or not. So it is passed. So I'll go and I'll connect with this instance with EC2 instance connect method. So I will take root permission here again. Then I'll create same directory, and then after that I will install Okay, now I will go and check the target. So I want to attach these two EC2 instance with this target. So I'll go and select this attach option. So you can attach this target with the EC2 instances via DNS or via IP address. So I'm just going to select this option right now. So I'm selecting this one. So this one is my first machine. So I'm pasting this command here. So if everything will be fine, this one will be mounted. You can see this mount target is mounted with EC2 instance. Similarly, I will paste the command here also. So this one will also be mounted here. Now I'm just going to the directory EFS and I'll create some file here. So I'm just writing F1, F2, F3. So I'm creating 3 files here. So when you do ls-l, so you will see these 3 files are created right now. So once you will go to the Linux 1 machine and you go to the directory EFS and you type the command ls-l from the Linux machine 1, you will see these 4 files are created here also. Now if you want to create one more file from here also, so you can create. And if you go and check to the Linux 2 machine and write ls-l, so you will see fourth file is present here also. So like this, whatever data you want to share between these two EC2 instances, you can share that. So they will be shared. Now after completing the lab assignment, you need to delete this mount target, you need to delete this file system, and you need to stop the EC2 instances. So I'm deleting this file system. To delete this file system, you need to copy the ID here and we need to terminate the EC2 instances. So I'm just going to instances. I'm selecting these 2 instances and I'll terminate these 2 instances. Once you will terminate, this connection will be power off. You can see, because these instances are terminated. Now if you refresh here, this one got deleted. So that is the end of the lab part, that we completed the working of the EFS file system. Thank you.